Hi guys, my name is Kevin and I'm one of the 12th grade boys leaders at Transit, and I will be leading our devotion for today. We are going through the book of Ephesians. The believers in the early church lived during a time where their faith was illegal. They were persecuted, cut off from their families, excluded from business and work opportunities, imprisoned, and even put to death. Paul's reminder to them of God's power and authority was the source of encouragement. Ephesians 1:19 through 23. I also pray that you will understand the incredible greatness of God's power for us who believe in Him. This is the same mighty power that raised Christ from the dead and seated Him in the place of honor at God's right hand, the heavenly realms. Now He is far above any ruler or authority or power or leader or anything else, not only in this world, but also in the world to come. God has put all things under the authority of Christ and has made Him leader and head over all things for the benefit of the church. And the church is His body. It is made full and complete by Christ, who fills all things everywhere with Himself. Paul's prayer for the believers to understand God's power is a prayer for believers to have spiritual perspective. It is easy in the moment to be overwhelmed by what's going on all around us. But Paul reminded them of what really matters, who is actually in control, and our incredible connection to Jesus is what that means. Why is it important to remind ourselves of God's power and authority? Well, Paul tells the believers in verse 20 that Jesus is God's right hand. He is at God's right hand, essentially reminding them that Jesus has the same power and authority as God. He then says the church is the body of Christ. What does that tell us about the access to power and authority? Jesus sacrificed everything to reach the world. As His body, how can you sacrifice this week to reach others for Christ? And that's it for today. Be sure to join us next Wednesday for our 2-minute devotion.